Welcome to Village in Motion. I'm your host, Marcia Boyles, and I'm delighted this morning to begin with the sales department. Franklin, we're delighted to have you here today. Welcome. And you are here to introduce your new staff associate, Rachel Gilbert. So would you like to begin just by telling us when she came and how this affects your job?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for having us on today. Always a pleasure being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're really excited. There's some new faces in the sales office. You'll see some of the familiar faces in new roles now, which brings us to Rachel. She's been with us for about 3 weeks now. We're very, very excited to have her with us. She's helping us in one of the most important roles, which are events. It's something that I was doing for a little over a year. So you saw me running around campus, setting things up for newcomers coming in, and
we certainly did, Franklin, and you did a fine job. Are you going to continue doing that, or are you turning it entirely over to Rachel?
So as we're in the training process, I'm still involved just a little bit as needed, but this will absolutely be Rachel's big role to really bring the event program to another level. To help us keep bringing new folks in and having our priority list members learn more about Green Spring. So we're excited to have her. I'm in a new role now, so I am currently working with everyone who has made the decision to move to Green Spring and are working with us to become residents. And so I'm working with them throughout the entire process now, and I'm enjoying that new role. But we're excited to see Rachel take over events.
Rachel, you are clearly going to have your work cut out for you. Tell us a bit about your background and where you have come from.
Sure. So I started school at Northern Virginia Community College. I graduated from Mount Vernon High School in Alexandria, and I transferred over to George Mason, and I was actually a history major. But I started working for a care management company. So I worked with seniors and with disabled individuals. And so I would take them to doctor's appointments and grocery shopping, and I would help them with tasks around the home. And I found it really rewarding, and that I really wanted to go into working with seniors.
You certainly would learn the needs of seniors with that kind of a job.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just found a very strong passion with it. And then I changed my major to health administration and policy at George Mason.
Oh.
And so finished my degree there. And while I was finishing up my degree, an internship came up at Ashby Pines. So I interned there for about 6 months. And I was...
Now, were you in sales there as
well?
I
was. So I was working directly in sales. And I really found that I loved Erickson, and it was just a great company to work for. But my commute to Ashburn was a little challenging, and I'm right by Green Spring.
All right, so you're living close by.
Yeah, so I found out a position was open here, and so the director over there told me about the position, and I really wanted to look into it, so I did, and I interviewed, and just love the team here. They're just awesome, so yeah.
Do I understand that you have relatives here, or?
I did, yes. They unfortunately have passed, but they were here in the early 2000s.
So you already were quite aware of Green Spring.
Yeah, and my mother worked here as well in home health for a few years.
Well, so you really have a long-term connection to Green Spring.
Absolutely. So it's good to be here.
And your background sounds absolutely perfect. You must have been delighted to get her.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially seeing the enthusiasm that she brings to the table. It really takes a special individual to work here and to really thrive. And to see someone have such a passion for the industry and for our residents in general, it was very exciting for me to see. So it was an absolute pleasure to give her the thumbs up. So,
yeah, you sound like the perfect fit.
Thank you.
All right, so in addition to planning events, and my heavens, knowing the size and how elaborate these events are, that in itself would be a job. Are you going to be working directly then, in addition with residents coming in?
Yeah, so the plan for Rachel is it is still a learning opportunity to learn every aspect of the sales process. And so with events being such a huge role, she will be focusing on that, but eventually we are going to have her join us in appointments to learn that process and to help us throughout the entire sales process. So we're excited for that in the future.
When is your first event?
So I've been able to shadow Franklin on one event so far. I was actually out of town for the last event that we had. So the next one is actually going to be really fun. It's Family Fun Day. So I get to have a more hands-on role with that. I mean, Franklin is still going to be right there because I obviously still really need him there, but
I can
and he'll always
that,
be there.
of
He
course.
is for everybody in the office. But so that's really one of the first events that I get to do more, and I think we'll just build from there.
And when is that?
That is August 15th,
Which is
August
a Saturday.
15th?
which is a Saturday.
Oh
yes.
my goodness,
So it's
that's
a
coming up
Saturday
here
event.
quickly.
She's lucky because that's one of our biggest events of the year. We actually invite our priority list members who are on our waiting list to come to that event, and they actually get to bring their family members.
Is that where you have hay rides and such?
We do. We want
Pony
our
rides, whatever?
Yeah, we want our priority list members and their families to really get to see that the community is very family oriented, and that we want to make sure that they know that families are always going to be welcome and to come visit. There's plenty to do, and it's an exciting time. There's a lot to do here at Green Spring. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So do you get to arrange for the ponies and the hay rides and the whatevers?
Yep. So we've contacted a vendor for face painting and for
Array of activities.
yes, moon bounce. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff.
Oh, a moon bounce.
yes. So hopefully we're hoping
Uh-huh.
for some good weather. And
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you do if it's inside? Or if it rains?
so
Can you
we
do it
will. Yeah,
inside?
we'll be able to accommodate space inside.
Uh-huh.
So we'll work
Well,
on
that sounds terrific.
Yeah.
And Franklin, have you begun to assume your new responsibilities already?
Yes, I have. So in the middle of the transition, we've had new associates starting to learn their roles as well. So I'm in the middle of essentially training the associates in their new roles. And so while I'm taking over my new role, we're training everyone else so that they can thrive in theirs.
Well, that sounds good. Is everything going well in sales in terms of the actual priority list and all of the above?
Yeah, everything's going great. The priority list member list is very strong. We're having a lot of activity in the sales office, and we have a lot of new residents coming in. So you'll see some new faces coming in through the doors, and you're also going to see a lot of people walking around, learning the community. So we're very excited.
Well, I know you all do such a good job, and that priority list just never seems to diminish, does it much?
No, it keeps
It
growing.
doesn't.
How many apartments do you have empty at the moment?
We're actually very excited to say that we're down into the single digits.
Oh, you are?
We are. So we do have a lot of folks in the process right now moving in. So you may see a couple apartments with some new tags on them that say, welcome your new neighbor. But you'll start seeing them all coming through, and we're making some great progress.
All right, this is the time of year, isn't it, when folks do move?
Yes.
Well, Rachel and Franklin, this has been very interesting, and we wish you all the best luck
Thank you.
in the sales department and your new job.
Thank you.
It does sound like you're going to be a fine addition to the group. Franklin, is there anything you'd like to leave us with?
Yeah, I'd probably say always, you've seen me come on, we always welcome new resident ambassadors. For those who don't know what that is, it's really our residents who are very excited to talk about the community and help us in events, different types of events and different roles. So if you're interested, please reach out to us. Rachel is the head of that group now, and so she'll be able to give you more information on that.
All right, well, that's an important role. So they should contact Rachel.
Yep.
Yes,
All
absolutely.
right, excellent. Well, it's delightful to meet you, and thank you, Franklin, for
Yes,
coming.
thank you.